When you're in a Zoom meeting, you can enable captioning to help with accessibility. To do that, click on More, then click on Show Captions. This is going to enable captioning, and it's going to happen in live time. Because it's happening in live time and in the background, and it's the computers that are doing this captioning, just keep in mind that there might be some misspellings and might mishear you. So just when you do look at the captioning, just keep that in mind. For example, if I were to try to speak in Japanese and say, "O genki desu ka?" which means, "How are you?" And it didn't even try to capture "O genki desu ka?" And now when it did, it totally botched it. However, if I change my captioning language to be Japanese, which is the language I'm speaking in, and click on Save, you can see that it's still captioning my current language, which is English. But if I were to say the same thing, "O genki desu ka?" Zoom is now capturing my Japanese language. So it's helpful to change the language depending on if you're speaking in that language and enabling captioning. For the most part, my meetings happen in English, so I'm going to go ahead and set it back to English and save that. You can tinker with some other caption settings by clicking on the little up arrow. Then you can hit Caption Settings. Here you can adjust how the captioning looks. You can adjust the font size, and it will happen in live time. So if I made it really big, it'll show really big. If I made it small, it'll show really small. I can adjust the coloration. I can adjust the font type. And I can adjust where the location of the captioning is happening. So right now it's pinned to the bottom, but I could do an overlay as well. Something to keep in mind with captioning, even though you as the host have it enabled, each participant needs to turn on captioning on their end. So if you do have participants who need captioning enabled, you can walk them through it just by saying click on More and Show Captions. The other thing with captioning is it also produces a transcript. So if you do view full transcript, you can see the transcript is basically what is happening in the caption. If I were to hide captioning, my transcript is still transcribing. So keep that in mind, especially if you're in a recorded meeting, your transcript will come out even though your captionings are not showing. So I will go ahead and show my captions again. And finally, if you click on the settings again and go to Host Tools for Captioning, and let's close this guy, you'll have the option to allow closed captioning for this meeting, which you always want enabled if you want to allow your participants to enable that feature, and you can lock caption language for the meeting. And those are the main settings for captioning.